Hey, 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 everybody! If you guys can hear me, let me know. I don't have headphones today, so let me know if you can hear me here. Let me know. Can y'all hear me? Hello? Okay, you guys can hear me? Perfect. Yay. Can people hear me over on Periscope, over on Twitter? How we doing? Ryan over on YouTube can hear me? Okay, good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Everybody over on Periscope on Twitter, can you guys hear me okay? I just want to make sure before we get going here that everybody can hear me good and that we're good to go. Oh, I love that my stream is still titled Genshin Impact. I meant to change that. Can I change that after the fact? Let's see. See if that updated here. Whoa. I'm not getting confirmation from Periscope that you guys can hear me. Hey, Pastor G, what's up? Over on YouTube there. Thank you. It says I'm playing Genshin Impact. I'm not. As you can see, it's a Halloween comfy stream. I figured I'd do something Friday night since you guys can hear me on YouTube, so I don't know why you wouldn't be able to hear me on Periscope. Let's see. I might get a little feedback here. Hey, Progressitarian, what's up? Okay, so I guess everyone can hear me on Periscope and YouTube. So what's up, guys? Happy Halloween. I mean, it's not Halloween yet for me. Central Time, it's 11 o'clock right now. So we're just going to hang out into Halloween because why not? You know, with everything going on, it's not like there's anything to do anyway, so I figured I would get into my Dana Scully cosplay. Yes, this is in fact safety pinned to my blazer. Don't judge me. I don't have a badge, so an official badge. So this is what we're going with. Yes, I'm cosplaying as FBI on Halloween, and what about it? Happy Halloween, everybody. How's everybody doing? Perfect, perfect. I realized after I put my hair into this bun, this is actually just my real hair in a bun, that I cannot wear headphones with this hairstyle or it falls. So that's why I was a little bit worried on whether or not at the beginning of the stream you guys could hear me, and wanted to make sure before I was saying anything. Oh yeah, if you guys are on the East Coast, it's Halloween. So happy Halloween, East Coast gang. What's up? And I did not update the title to this video. Let's see, can I edit the title to this video while I'm streaming? Let's see. Perfect, perfect. I forget that Georgia is actually EST time. I don't know why. I always want to think that's Central, but it's not. Also, I really appreciate everyone saying that they're digging the bob haircut, but never, never. I would never. The only person that can actually pull this off is Jillian Anderson, and still I love her with the long hair. So, but obviously Scully's iconic. I can't be Agent Dana Scully without the bob haircut. So here we are. This is the only time you'll ever see me with short hair, aside from my 2B cosplay. This is one of the few exceptions. Well, I guess my Megumin cosplay from Konosuba also has short hair. But as far as like a bob haircut goes, this is it. This is it. Let's see, is my chat working? Perfect. Swag over on Periscope. Hey, hi, Mrs. FBI agent. Yeah, guys, I'm a Fed. I'm actually a Fed. So, Fed's logging in like staring at me. And we're going to talk about conspiracy theories tonight. Yeah, let's get going. So I figured for a Halloween stream, something that would be cool is, I don't know if you guys are aware, but I kind of like the show from the 90s called The X-Files. And I figured it would be cool if I dressed up as Dana Scully and we talked about crazy conspiracy theories. Now, even though I'm dressed as Dana Scully, anybody that follows me on Twitter or knows me in real life, whatever, knows that I am definitely a Mulder. I'm not a Scully, I'm a Mulder, but tonight I'm going to be Mulder personality in a Dana Scully body, which, I mean, to me is ideal. I don't know about you guys, but The X-Files actually premiered the year I was born. So, yes, I like older shows. There's nothing wrong with it, though, you know, some people wouldn't call that older, but, you know, it did come out the year I was born, so B Buffalo says, brilliant costume over on Periscope. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys like this so much. Scully is such an iconic character that I first caused, so backstory. You guys might have seen the picture of me in a Mulder It's Me t-shirt with a black blazer over it, and I did just put my hair in a fake bob like I have tonight. I'm kind of feeling like Hillary Clinton or something. I don't know. I just don't dig the short hair, but I do dig Dana Scully, so sacrifices must be made for fashion. So, anyway, the first time I wore this cosplay, I was waitressing at the time, and we were allowed to dress up for Halloween. And I thought, well, you know, this is a couple years ago. I just really started getting into the X-Files. I've always watched Ancient Aliens and stuff like that, a bunch of weird stuff like that. You know, I was the weird girl that was into dinosaurs when I was a kid. I've always been into weird, antiquated things, you know. So I was like, perfect. We couldn't dress too sexy for, obviously, we're waitresses at a bar, so they wanted us to dress appropriate. And I thought, what better thing? I'll print out, like I did tonight, a paper FBI badge and just pin it on so people know who I am. And I'll put my real hair in a fake bob, and I'll be Dana Scully, and everyone will know who I am. Not a single person the entire day commented on my costume. And I was heartbroken. I worked so hard. I went out and bought a black blazer. I went out and I was wearing a Mulder It's Me t-shirt. I'm obviously the X-Files. No one said a word. And I was so deeply hurt because I like this show so much. If you guys have seen my cover photo over on Twitter, it's Mulder saying, no government agency has jurisdiction over the truth. And yes, King. But anyways, I'm just gushing about the X-Files at this point. That is not what the stream is supposed to be. But what I'm saying is, if you like this costume, thank you so much. It makes me so happy. She's so iconic. I'm always so nervous to bring out a character like this. And so I'm very happy. So, if you guys, if we want to just chat about conspiracy theories for, you know, until my YouTube stream gets shut down, but I am recording this just in case it gets shut down. So, if you guys want to talk any conspiracies, current, past, you just want to ask me like what conspiracy theories I believe in, I think it would be really fun if we all sat around going into Halloween. It's 11:15 Central Time. If you're on the East Coast, hey, it's already Halloween for you. We sit around and we talk spooky shit. So, let's go. Like, what do we want to talk about that's spooky? I'm very excited. Also, I will say, one of the reasons I was going to start streaming at 10 o'clock Central Time, it's 11:15. One of the reasons why I'm late is because I do not wear makeup. Like, aside from cosplay, I don't wear makeup, and lipstick is not my thing. So, between putting my hair in a fake bob and the lipstick, it was a lot of business. So, everyone keeps commenting saying that this haircut looks good on me, and while I'm not mad at you all, stop. No, it doesn't. Stop it. My husband was horrified. I was like, how do I look? And he was just like, that's fake, right? I'm like, yeah, it's fake. I didn't go chop my hair up. Anyway, okay, yeah. Should we talk about the Great Reset? Heather, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to make you feel old. I mean, if you were a kid, so it came out in 93. It went for so many seasons that I actually remember. It scared the hell out of me when I was a kid, though. So my mom and dad were very careful. I'm still easily spooked. Some of the X-Files episodes are borderline horror for me. And so I don't, like, some of them I've rewatched the series multiple times, but I will skip over certain episodes because I cannot watch them. They freak me out too much. I remember being at someone's birthday party and all the adults were downstairs well, not all the adults. I think it was the dads were downstairs watching the newest X-Files episode that he came out. And a bunch of the kids like walked downstairs, and it was some episode where like people's mouths were like, they didn't have mouths or something. I don't know. I don't even remember what episode it possibly could have been. It might have just been one with, I can't remember what episode it would have been. I was like 10. But yeah, so my husband's parents, my parents are in their 50s. My parents are in their 50s. My husband's parents are in their 60s. So his parents like Fringe, and they loved the X-Files when it came out. So I like to like talk about that stuff with them because they're really into the show. Heather, see, now you said you're feeling old, and people in the chat are like, well, I wasn't even alive when it came out. I mean, I wasn't alive when it came out either, because what? I think it came out... What month did it come out? I'm like having a brain blank here. Yeah, it came out, yeah, September. Okay. So, yeah, my birthday's in December, so I was not alive. Well, I mean, I was alive. I wasn't born yet. So... Let me get the Periscope chat up here. So yeah, the Great Reset. Let's talk. Pastor G said, my daughter says hi, by the way. She thinks you're an amazing cosplayer. Hi! I'll try to keep it PG. We're going to talk about spooky stuff, but since I'm Dana Scully, I feel like she would not... I feel like she would hold it together. So... yeah, let's talk about that. Okay, let me pull up this New York, so not the New York Times. Yeah, no. Time Magazine published, let me get that image up on the screen. Let's talk spooky stuff. And yes, this is real. Okay, when I saw this, I was like, this is, no, no. That's not real. Let's go here. Keep the chat up on the screen. I mean, I am a Fed, guy. Surprise, I've been a Fed this whole time. You didn't even know. I also thought it would be funny to cosplay a federal agent. I actually have a t-shirt with Mulder and Scully on it that says, the only Feds I trust are Mulder and Scully. So, it's pretty great. And we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. I do have some specific conspiracy. They're real. How many times do we have to call things conspiracy theories before we start realizing that they're just real? Like, it's not a theory. They're real. Garuda3177. Wow, you look almost like the spitting image of Scully. Thank you so much. I think the hair really does it. I don't really think, I don't know. I think Gillian Anderson and I have a similar face shape, but our features are very different, I think. But I think drawing on the lipstick and putting my hair into a fake bob certainly helps. So thank you so much. Pastor G, unfortunately I need to head to bed. Have a great night. God, I caught you live for a few. Happy Halloween. Thank you so much, Pastor G, and I will leave this live stream up unless YouTube takes me down. So you guys can always go back and watch this because I'm hoping to get in some interesting spooky stuff. So happy Halloween. Thanks so much for stopping by. Someone said you look great in short hair. No! I'll take the compliment. I'm not going to complain about it. Anybody who follows me on Twitter knows I kind of have this crusade about short hair. I don't like it on literally anyone except Gillian Anderson because there are no words. We love her. Yeah, I did complain. I said, I'm not going to complain, and then I complained. This is short hair. This is short. Do you guys know how long my real hair is? This is short. Yes, I believe in Bigfoot. Come at me. No, not anyone. I mean women. When I say short hair looks bad, I mean on women. And honestly, I think very few men can pull off long hair. It's the reverse for men. Most men look good with short hair, not long hair. Malum Lupum on YouTube said, literally scrolling through my YouTube homepage, saw this vid and thought, huh, that looks like that person from Twitter. Glad I caught this. Hey, yeah, I tweet out my live streams. I do usually stream on Thursday nights, but I thought since Saturday, tomorrow, well, it's today for some of you, is Halloween, I would just stream into Halloween in costume for fun. So I'm glad you caught it. Good to know that the YouTube is still recommending me to people. Not after the stream, but see, no, like a bob to me is short hair, and most women look trash with it. Like, no. Medium hair to me is like on or like past your shoulders. Like this is not on my shoulders, it's hanging above. You guys can't really see because of the collar, but it's hanging above. It's like right at my cheeks. It's short. If your hair is the same length or shorter than Lord Farquaad's, you have short hair. Now, that's not to say that some women can't look great with shorter hair. There's a lot. I mean, look, Rihanna. Well, that's really all I can think of. Gillian Anderson, like with this haircut, like yes, take me away. Like, but they still look better with long hair. It's not that you can't pull it off, but most people look better with long hair. Adam said, evening Scully, hey, what's up? So I think what I want to talk about first is, did someone say Oswald fired the shot? Changed my mind. I mean, our government killed him, but yeah, okay. I feel like that's pretty well accepted. Maybe I'm just crazy, but Garuda said, didn't really fancy the monster episodes. I like the main plot and the more lax episodes. See, I loved the monster episodes, even though a lot of them scared the hell out of me. I really enjoyed the monster episodes of X-Files. Spectarticus, that's an amazing YouTube name, said, I got rid of Twitter, you look amazing. Thank you. Yeah, anyways, for posterity is keeping me on track here. Let's talk about the Great Reset, because I've seen this going around and people calling it a conspiracy theory, but I posted this on Twitter, and for those of you who don't have Twitter, we're going to talk about it now. Yeah, I love the monster episodes. I get why, like, if you're there for the main plot and everything, you wouldn't like the monster episodes, but I like the monster episodes. Okay, now how am I gonna, okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna throw this on the screen. Okay, so this magazine was going around with the Great Reset title on it. So there is, let me get my chat window up here so I can see your guys' conversation. So let's get into it. So there is this thing Such a good explanation. There's this website called weforum.org. It's the World Economic Forum. If you go to their agenda tab, this is what matters to them most. This has to do with the Great Reset. We'll get into why in a second. So, weforum.org, weforum.org/focus. In focus, news, views, and data on the issues that matter most. Racism and racial injustice, the Jobs Reset Summit 2020, the current pandemic, environmentalism, and economics. But they have specific plans. And like I said, you can look all this up for yourself and kind of peruse along with me. It's weforum.org. I'm sure they are loving the publicity here. So they have platforms on their website. And like I said, you're probably like, what does this have to do with the Great Reset? On the World Economic Forum's website, they published a news release on June 3rd of 2020 called The Great Reset, a unique twin summit to begin 2021. So basically, they're having this summit in January of 2021 is when it's set for. I don't know if they'll reschedule because of what's going on. Probably not. So essentially, it says on their website, the Great Reset will be the theme of a unique twin summit in January 2021 convened by the World Economic Forum. The Great Reset is a commitment to jointly and urgently build the foundations of our economic and social system for a more fair, sustainable, and resilient future. Now, for those of you who don't know, I personally believe that this is connected to Agenda 21. And we can get into all that if you guys don't know about Agenda 21, but I believe this is heavily connected with Agenda 21, which is a famous, touted conspiracy, of course. It's all a conspiracy. None of it's real, even though they're telling us they're going to remake our civilization into a global world government, whatever. Anyway, let's continue on reading. So, I personally find that, as for posterity pointed out in the YouTube chat, the World Economic Forum, Garuda said, it's very strange this proposal is coming from the World Economic Forum. I mean, you would think so. Isn't it kind of weird, World Economic Forum? What does it have to do with sustainability and all this? It's very, very strange. So, someone said, why are you Hillary Clinton for Halloween? I just said that this is like, okay, say what you want about Hillary, but she had some very good eras of hair. I'm just saying. I mean, she's evil as hell, but... Sorry, my webcam keeps going in and out of focus. I'm not really sure what that's about. Okay, so the Great Reset requires a new... I'm libertarian, so I'm incredibly triggered by this. Requires a new social contract centered on human dignity, social justice, and where societal progress does not fall behind on economic development. So it is very clear when you are reading through the World Economic Forum's website that this is an anti-capitalist, like this is anti-capitalist. It clearly is, you know, there's a lot to go through, so I'm going to continue to go through it, but I really encourage you to go to this website for yourself and check it out, because it's craziness. And there are people where if you told them that this existed, they would tell you that you're a crazy person. Someone said, Adam in the YouTube chat said, any plans for a Genshin Impact cosplay? Yes, but it's a secret of who. I do have plans for Genshin Impact cosplays, of course. Okay, so this was planned for this press release, or this news release came out June 3rd, 2020. It says, the Great Reset will be the theme of the Unique Twin Summit. The 51st World Economic Forum annual meeting will bring together global leaders from government, business, and civil society, and stakeholders from around the world in a unique configuration that includes both in-person and virtual dialogues. We only have one planet, and we know that climate change could be the next global disaster with even more dramatic consequences for humankind. We have to decarbonize the economy in the short window, still remaining, and bring our thinking and behavior once more into harmony with nature, said Klaus Schwab, founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum. Now, we could go deep into this, but like I said before, whenever I hear anything about climate change or environmentalism, I think Agenda 21. Yeah, that's what it's about. And to me, I'm not one of those people who's like, who cares about the environment? This isn't a big deal. I do care about the environment. If you want to recycle, if you want to try to move towards a more sustainable life within your own family, and reuse things and recycle as much as you can and not be using plastics and all that kinds of stuff, I have no issue with that. Of course, where it comes into issue, where I come into issue with this is a push for global powers all moving towards sustainability and a great reset of how we think of day-to-day life. And when it's coming from the perspective of something called World Economic Forum, I mean, I could get on my AJ podium here and be telling you about the globalists, guys, but I'm not going to do that because I don't need to do that, because I think anybody on this YouTube channel probably knows about the globalists. So as I say here with my FBI badge, but that's what makes it funny. So yeah, this has statements from the Prince of Wales. This has statements from Secretary General of the United Nations in New York. Wow, the UN's behind this. So you have the UN, you have a bunch of world political and civil leaders, whatever that means, and you have them all talking about a great reset. Now, it's like how this could not ring alarm bells in people's heads, I do not know. Now, another interesting thing to note, since someone in the chat, Liram in the chat, sorry if I'm saying that wrong, said, Dave Cullen from Computing Forever has been talking about this since the beginning of the pandemic. I was at first skeptical, but now it's starting to make sense. So yes, when this all started, I will admit I fell into the freaking out and blah, blah, blah. But see, I'm a conspiracy-minded person. And what I mean by that is I don't tend to take things at face value. I want to look into something and make sure I'm deciding it for myself, and I'm not just being told what to believe or told that everything's okay or told this is why this is happening. I want to look into it and actually figure out what's going on, why it's going on, and who's causing it to go on. So as soon as I started looking into all this, and I'm by no means saying that what's going on right now is completely fabricated. I think that's a little extreme. I think what's happening, you all know what I'm referring to. I'm trying not to get the stream taken down. What is going on right now is clearly people are taking advantage of situations to make pushes for power. We have personally seen this in the United States. If you're from the United States hanging out in this chat, anytime there's tragedy, tyranny abounds. That's just what happens. So, Hobo Joe 529 is just made our mic sound a little tinny. If my mic sounds weird, it's because I'm not using headphones and you're hearing me through my webcam, so it might not be the best quality, and I'm in a hardwood floor room, as you can see. So my apologies if the audio is not the best. Incap Gamer, what's up? So, in connection with the Great Reset, I also posted about this over on Twitter. There is a clip of Joe Biden going around referring to the current goings-on in the United States, saying that if we don't lock down and if we don't get this under control, it's going to be a very dark winter. Now, here we go, guys. For those of you who don't know, Dark Winter was the code name for a senior level bioterrorist attack simulation that was conducted in June of 2001. Now, the purpose of it was to basically carry out a mock version of what would happen if, I believe it was smallpox. They were simulating what a mass outbreak of smallpox would do, how would we react to it, different scenarios that we would do. And so to hear the words, it's gonna be it was just such a weird turn of phrase to hear. Like, why would you say, like, yeah, winter's dark, everyone knows, you know, winter's generally a dark time of the year. And I know he's going kind of senile, and he might have just had a slip of words, but to me, I hear Joe Biden say it's gonna be a dark winter, and I'm like, it's gonna be a what? Did he just say dark winter? Like the code name for the simulation where they simulated spreading a disease through the population? And what would happen? It's just very weird. It's very, very weird. So, so what they found was, let's just go over what they found out with Dark Winter. It's so funny. There's been so many simulations of these things, and they find out all these things, but it's like they never took steps to prevent this. So, for example, when all this was going on, there were huge problems because a lot of drugs from the United States are manufactured in China, and obviously, with how things progressed, some people were not going to be able to get their medications because of the way supply chains were working between the United States and China. That's a huge issue. Why wasn't that fixed? We know that supply chains are going to be an issue. Why wouldn't they be fixing these things? It's just very, very, very strange. So, basically the exercise was Dark Winter was supposed to simulate what would happen if there was a biowarfare event against the United States. I'm not saying that's what's going on right now, because I don't think it's an outside attack necessarily. It could be, I don't know, we're just speculating here, obviously, but I just thought it was very, very weird that turn of phrase came out of Joe Biden's mouth. It's very, very strange, especially when he's the candidate that's talking about how things need to be locked down. When he's president, he'll handle all this, and blah, 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 blah. And we know Kamala's tendencies. I mean, she's a cop, so. So here's something interesting, though. So there was information or data that Dark Winter revealed to the people participating in it, the government officials that were going over it. So we've been hearing about a vaccine. They keep saying, oh, well, we'll get that, and once we get that, it'll all be over. It's being produced weirdly fast, it seems like. It's all very, very strange, and I'm not an anti-vax person. That's not something I've looked into, so don't want to get it twisted there. But Dark Winter, a large portion of it was recognizing the importance of persuading their constituents, the government officials persuading their constituents that there needed to be fairness among the distribution of a vaccine and other scarce resources at the time for the general good of society. I mean, what does that sound like to you? I mean, I know you could say, well, that's going to happen. If this happens, it's natural that would be the course of things, so it makes sense. It doesn't mean anything's going on. But, like I said, I just thought it was really weird, especially given the Great Reset stuff sitting on the screen right now that we just talked about with the World Economic Forum. The Great Reset, talking about environmentalism for the good of society. I don't know about you guys. Get this off the screen now. I don't know about you all, but when I hear anyone pitching me anything, any policy, any belief that they think I should have, and they talk about the good of society or society as a whole, I immediately get skeptical. Not that we shouldn't care about that. We shouldn't care about our fellow man, obviously. But it almost always comes from a tyrannical place. Especially when you're hearing government officials who rule over you talking about for the greater good. I mean, come on. We know how this goes. We know where this is going. I will not eat bugs, and I will not live in a pod. I'm putting it on a t-shirt. I'm putting it on a t-shirt. I will not live in a pod, and I will not eat bugs. Just putting that out there. Cap Gamer said, a lot of libertarians got a 30-day ban for almost no reason. Were you part of the great libertarian Facebook purge? I was not. I don't know. Let me check. I don't really post on my Mac and Liberty Facebook page that often. I'm about to go check. Let me just look at my phone instead. That'll be easier. I honestly don't know. Let's see. No, my page is still up. Nothing happened. No, I'm not even joking. I'm seriously considering I will not live in a pod and I will not eat bugs. Just a plain black t-shirt with white lettering on it that says that. What do we think? Yes, no? Pitching merch here. I always said I wouldn't sell merchandise, but that's become one of my catchphrases on Twitter, so I kind of want to put it on a t-shirt and I want to wear it, and it'll be like, well, no, in solidarity. Death says, I'm sick of the California LP and its chair members. Yeah, I mean, I don't like the LP, guys. I have a whole video on why I don't like the LP. Oh, my webcam is, woo. You know, something that I realized when I was preparing and getting ready, every time I do a cosplay or I'm getting ready for a cosplay, I pull up a bunch of reference pictures when I'm doing makeup and all that stuff. Scully's look and this makes sense because it was the early 90s, but her look is very grungy. Like the darker lip, and it changed throughout the years, but I feel as her like shaggy short hair and her dark lip and her kind of like eyeliner, I don't know. I was getting grunge vibes, and I don't even like grunge, but I'm digging it. I can't lie. Cypher the Demon Lord on YouTube said, FBI, open up. Knock, knock. Someone said, I have no idea what I'm watching. Someone just replied to my live stream on Twitter and said, I have no idea what I'm watching. I hope they popped in when I was talking about Dark Winter, because that's hilarious. It's genuinely hilarious. Incap Gamer said, perfect cosplay. I'm sure Ms. Anderson would love it. Oh, if Jillian noticed me. Oh, God. If Jillian noticed me, I couldn't take it. Somebody the other day was like, don't you know that David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson are leftists? And I was like, do I look like I care? I like the X-Files. Please don't talk about their politics. I do not care. I love them. Someone responded to my selfie that I posted on Twitter and said, looking like Gillian Anderson. I'm like, thank you. Yes. That is the entire point. For posterity said, have you played through the first Deus Ex? No. Is it scary though? It sounds like it would be scary. Can I do a Gora impression? Ah! Okay, that's my Gora impression. I love Gora so She's so cute, little shark. It's a stealth action game. I mean, I'll play it. I'd probably be trash at it. Can I get it on Steam or something? Can I play it on PC though? Because consoles, ew. Unless it's a Nintendo Switch, in which case, Animal Crossing. I just made the ugliest face. Deus Ex is on sale on Steam right now. Dark Souls? I'm not playing Dark Souls, guys. It's on this. It's a $1. I will buy it tomorrow. How long does the Steam sale go on? I always miss these. Steam is so crappy though. Will the Steam sale be going on after midnight tonight, which is in 10 minutes for me? Because I'll pick it up tomorrow. Maybe I'll stream that. That'd be cool. Sounds like it's cool. Guys, you have me really excited. If I watch playthroughs of the game on YouTube to get a feel for it, will that ruin it? Should I just like go in blind? I'm very excited about this. Oh, till November 2nd. Perfect. I'll check it out tomorrow. If it's like $1, if it's under $10, I'll get it. And I'll stream it. We can do a series. Dana Scully plays Deus Ex. I usually don't stream in cosplay. I think this is my 3rd stream in cosplay, but I fight the Illuminati in the game? Yes, I have to get this. Is that a spoiler? Don't spoil it for me. I didn't see Mark Kern, who was he was a team lead for Vanilla World of Warcraft. He follows me on Twitter. He quoted my Dana Scully selfie and said, "Okay, that's amazing, spot on." That's so nice. That's so nice of him. No wonder that got so many likes. I was like, whoa, it's just a selfie. What's happening? I guess I need to take more pictures of this. Yeah, the Grums on Twitter. Mark Kern. Isn't that his name? Am I getting his name wrong? That's embarrassing. Did I just dox him? I swear that is his name. Yeah, Mark. We're mutuals on Twitter. Okay, guys, like, what other conspiracies do we want to talk about? We talked about the Great Reset. I think I want to make a full video with me talking about that, if I can put it up. Like, actually go through it instead of just clicking around the website during a live stream. Someone said fighting the Illuminati isn't really a spoiler. Oh, I was joking. I mean, I don't really care. I know that game's been out. Hasn't it been out for a while, so I can't really complain about spoilers at this point. The intro shows the Illuminati using a virus to infect politicians. They can control them using the vaccine. Yeah, I need to play this game. I'm about to go to Steam right now while I'm playing. It came out in 2000. Oh my goodness. Of course I haven't played it. No wonder I've never heard of it. You guys know I don't play video games anyway. Like, the game came out when I was 7. What am I supposed to do? You guys are giving me all sorts of conspiracy games that I need to play. Oh, really? For posterity, really? Like, it predicted that? That's by coincidence, huh? Mm-hmm. It's always a coincidence, isn't it? Listen, I didn't even know Deus Ex existed, so we don't have to talk about the sequel because, as far as I'm concerned, I didn't even know it existed. It's almost midnight. Oh, there goes my webcam again. I don't know what's up with it tonight. It's usually very good about focusing. Squidhead said, Fed Mac, Fed Mac. Yeah, I mean, I've always been a Fed. Always was. It's like the always was meme. Am I allowed to do this on YouTube? Well, we just did, so. I'm about to go get some coffee. I'm getting a little tired. I've been a little bit of an old person lately. You know, lack of sleep ruins gains, and today was leg day for me, so. Stop calling me Margaret Thatcher. I will not be compared to a bong. Conspiracy theories. Do the Clintons have a body count? Oh, there's no question. There's no question. As far as I'm concerned, there's no question. I mean, aside from the wars that were caused by good old Secretary of State, yes, I do believe there's a body count. And on a similar note, who killed Mr. Epstein? He's not dead. I don't think he's dead. I know it was a big thing. I have a t-shirt that says he didn't off himself, but he's not. No. He got away. Because I believe, here's my theory. I believe that a man like that would have what they could refer to as a kill switch. There's no way every blackmail he has on every person, because that's what he was, a blackmail dealer, essentially. I don't think that he's gone. Personally, that's my personal belief. I think he was whisked away somewhere and that he's still out there. Will we ever hear of him again? No. But I don't think that no, I don't think he's gone. That's just my personal opinion. Oh, dead man switch, not a kill switch. Sorry, it's almost midnight. Dead man switch. Yeah, I just don't believe a dude like that wouldn't have a backup. I just don't. To get away with something like that for so long, and then to not have a contingency plan for yourself, I just don't believe it. That's just my opinion. Tyler Knox, hi Scully. Hello. I'm just looking at Twitter. Oh, somebody asked me if I had watched the Dumbbell anime. I have not. I've posted about it multiple times, but I haven't actually gotten around to watching it. I've heard it's very cute though. So I'm kind of excited to watch it. But no, I haven't actually watched it. Oh, it's only 12 episodes? Oh, I'll watch it this weekend then. I didn't realize it was only 12 episodes. Sony's considering buying Crunchyroll. I wonder how that would go. Adam said, speaking of anime, is there anything you're looking forward to? The second season of ReZero should be out soon. I hated ReZero personally, so I'm looking forward to the second season of Shield Hero. That should be pretty good. Someone said, does this mean we get a Spider-Man anime? I mean, we had Spider-Man cartoons, bro. What are you talking about? Anime is just animation, bro. They want to buy it for $1 billion? Crunchyroll's not worth $1 billion. The app doesn't even work half the time. It's not going to be worth $1 billion. I'm calling BS on that. I don't believe that. That's just me. Sony's been going on a censorship spree lately. Really, I haven't really heard about that. I just canceled Crunchyroll because I just couldn't take it anymore. I'm not gonna pay for an app that doesn't even work half the time. And it's not my phone, it's not my internet. I have fiber internet. It didn't matter what we watched on Apple TV, phone, like nothing. Like it doesn't work. It's just shit app. Like I'm paying you money to provide a service and I can't even use the service because it doesn't work. Why? Why is that, Crunchyroll? I could go on a whole rant about that. Maybe there's some conspiracy about Crunchyroll. I mean, they have been kind of woke, so I didn't really like giving them my money anyway. That's just me personally. Oops. Adam said, have you said Azaka-chan wants to hang out? No, because I think it looks really stupid, to be honest with you. I mean, I defended the way that she's portrayed because blue check marks don't like it, but it's not something that would interest me, like, at all. Yeah, Funimation is a terrible company. Like, can I say that? Can we just agree on that? Like, they are a terrible company. They truly are. Do I like Tanya the Evil? I love Tanya the Evil. Yes, I love Tanya. I want to cosplay Tanya so bad. Can you imagine how much crap I would get if I cosplayed Tanya? Woo! Yeah, the animation of Tanya's great. The story's great. She's hilarious. Like, the entire concept is really interesting to me. But yeah, I love Tanya the Evil. I just watched that this year, actually. Like, a couple months ago, I finally watched it. People have been telling me to watch Tanya the Evil forever, and I was like, I don't know. The animation looks good, but it's, just another isekai anime. I watched it, and I'm like, this is so good. I need more. If you haven't seen Tanya the Evil, watch it. It's very enjoyable. I liked it a lot. Why would anyone have an issue with me cosplaying Tanya? I mean, have you seen the anime? Kyle said, I'm pretty sure you've been asked before, but have you watched Darling in the Franxx? Yes, I've watched Darling in the Franxx, and I cosplayed Zero too. I really enjoyed the first half of Darling in the Franxx, but it really went to hell after that. Which is very disappointing, but, it happens. So, yes, I've seen Darling in the Franxx. Danielle Allen said, opinion on Aldino Zero. I have not seen it. I don't know what those food emojis are, Cypher. 02 eating. Oh, okay, I get it, honey. Honey in the steak. Oh, Stellar was being sarcastic. I was going to say, what do you mean, why would people care if I cosplay Tanya the Evil? It's very obvious why people would not be happy with me cosplaying Tanya the Evil. But I am an alt-right rocker mom, so allegedly, according to Twitter. Baku Waka says hello. What's up? I'm not talking about that. Actually, I already talked about that. You missed it. I was talking about the Great Reset and the World Economic Forum and Agenda 21. It's essentially the same thing, isn't it? I talked about that about 20 minutes ago. Damn, I missed the best part. Yeah, don't worry. On the replay, I will put when I'll go through and back and kind of see where I talked about what, and I'll put a timestamp in the comments below. I'll probably go through tomorrow and put up a timestamp of when I talked about what, in case anybody popped in and missed something. Do I think Trump will win? Yes. I do. Do I think Kanye West will get more votes than Joe? I'm assuming you mean Jorgensen. I don't know. I tweeted out a few weeks back that would be really interesting. It's possible. I think it's possible. Someone said, Fernando, are you familiar with the Corbett Report channel? Some great content there. No, I'm not. Let me go check that out. I'm not subscribed. I'll have to check out their content. Thanks for the suggestion, Fernando. I'm assuming, Cypher, that you mean that Kanye's on the ballot down there, which is crazy to me. Isn't it crazy? Can we just stop and talk about how crazy that is? Corbett is a Fed. Well, Adam said, Kenzie, have you considered creating a backup channel or secondary channel on BitChute? The Mises Institute have created a channel not too long ago. Honestly, I haven't, because I feel my live streams aren't that really, I don't know, they're not really that important to me. Like, if my live streams went down, I wouldn't be too sad, and I haven't really created that much video content, but I have considered making a BitChute. A bunch of people have asked me to, or asked me if I have one, so. Baka said, do you watch HoloLive? Yes! We just talked about Gora. I just did my Gora impression. You missed it. I love HoloLive. I'm a shrimp. Vigilante Williamson in the YouTube chat said, in the past it sounded insane. In 2020, it's simply Tuesday. Gosh, if that isn't the motto for the entire year, right? Kyle said, I'm getting off. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. It's Halloween. It's 12:15 Central Time where I'm at, so it's officially Halloween. So happy Halloween, everyone. You can't say Gora doesn't count as the best Hololive character. I just told you she's my favorite. Why doesn't Gora count? I've been Gora posting on my Twitter for months now. Vigilante Williams said, Happy Halloween, all you pagan heathens. I'm a Christian, sir. Thank you very much. I just like pumpkins. What's wrong with pumpkins? Yes, Halloween this year will have, it's a full moon, a blue moon, and a harvest moon. I like Amelia too. Amelia is probably my second favorite. Have you seen I love this clip of Amelia. It's a clip of her talking about how much she likes trains and she tries to impersonate a train whistle and it just comes out as this horrifying autistic screech from her mouth. It's amazing. Inhuman anime girl noises, yeah. Yeah, the whistle. Oh my gosh. My husband and I were laying in bed and I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw that clip of Amelia and I was laughing so hard that tears were coming from my eyes. And I rolled over and I said, you have to watch this because we both really like Amelia and Gora. And then he started laughing again, and then I was laughing really hard again. That clip is so funny. Vigilante Williamson. It is past my bedtime. Vigilante Williamson said, Halloween is a pagan holiday. The moon thing is creepy. I mean, yeah, sure, Halloween's a pagan holiday, but I'm still going to carve jack-o'-lanterns, and what about it? Fernanda said, when it comes to X-Files, do you enjoy more of the Monster of the Week episodes or the main alien plot? I enjoy the main plot the best, but I don't dislike the monster episodes. Somebody asked this a little bit earlier and said they didn't like the monster episodes, and I love the monster episodes. I think it's a nice breakup in between the main plot, actually. So definitely the main plot I prefer, but I don't dislike the Monster of the Week episodes at all. I think it's great. Hobo Joe 529, VTuber Mac 1, maybe a no step on Snick. I'm cosplaying Gora. Baku Baka said, do you watch Styx and Hammer 666 and will you be joining his stream? I've watched some of Styx's content. I follow him on Twitter and everything, but no, I won't be joining his stream. We've never interacted or spoken or anything, but I like some of his content. Whoa, my webcam. Do I have a Twitter account? Yes, I have a Twitter account. My Twitter account is on the screen right now. Yes, this is a conspiracy theory stream. If we want to talk conspiracy theories, we can. My Instagram and my Twitter are @_KenziePuff, which is right up here. So I put them on the screen in case anybody asks. So you can find me there on Twitter. Twitter is my biggest platform, actually. So, Adam Sanacor, favorite Halloween or horror film? I actually, as much as I love the X-Files and Halloween, for the costumes, I'm not a horror fan. And when I say I'm not a horror fan, I really enjoy reading Stephen King, but I can't watch horror movies. What's really weird about that is I actually and subscribe to a lot of horror review channels where they will watch horror movies and I'll watch horror movies and watch people review them, but I don't watch them myself. So I don't really have a favorite Halloween / horror film. I also, people don't really know this about me. I don't really watch movies. That's all. I was trying to think of a way to say that doesn't sound weird, but I just genuinely, I really don't watch movies. Like, there's a lot of famous pop culture movies that I just haven't seen. Michael Vaga said, I like the short hair over the long hair. Anyways, it's past my time. I must sleep. Good night, everyone. Good night. Thank you so much for stopping by. Happy Halloween. Fernanda said, favorite horror movie, The Shining. I have not seen The Shining. See? Someone asked me if I've ever heard of Bill Cooper. Is Bill Cooper that naval officer guy that got, murdered? People think he was murdered. Hobo Joe 529 said, I watched Joe Rogan's stream with Bob Lazar recently. What do you think the deal is with the official UFO disclosures this year? I think they're just a distraction from everything else that's going on. Obviously, I'm really into aliens and stuff like that. I have my theories about what they actually are, but I think it's appeasement. I know the disclosure movement, within the conspiracy and alien whatever communities, some people don't like the disclosure movement, and some people are like, that's a little sus. I'm personally somewhere in between. Adam Santacor said, Kinsey Puff off to bed, wish you a good night and happy Halloween. Thank you, you too. Behold the Pale Horse author. Okay, yes, that's what I know him from. Okay. Completely forgot about that. Yes. Spooky stuff. Super Drupa. Oh, I see you decided to dress up as a glow-in-the-dark. I did. Okay, hear me out. Wouldn't it be funny if actually right now I reached up and turned off that light switch and this glows in the dark? This FBI badge? It doesn't, but what if it did? It'd be pretty funny. Literal glow in the dark. Or maybe that's not funny and it's midnight and I'm getting delusional. Who knows? Who knows? Someone said that'd be good but not worth the effort since all your IRL people would not get the joke. Yeah, the only person that would get that joke would be my husband. And he would just think it was really dorky. He probably wouldn't think that's funny. People in real life, if I went to a costume party, first of all, probably wouldn't even know who I'm dressed as, even though she's on my costume. And they wouldn't get the glow-in-the-dark thing. Is there glow-in-the-dark powder or a sort of stuff you can cover yourself in? Because that would be a great addition to your costume. Yeah, there's glow-in-the-dark paint. Glow-in-the-dark confetti. Everyone keeps calling me Hillary. This does look like Hillary's hair, I know. Someone said, you know actual real life people who wouldn't recognize Scully? Weird. Yeah, I mean, I'm in my 20s, so most people my age don't know who that is, to be honest. I know, it's sad. How uncultured are they? I mean, it came out the year I was born and I know who it is. Yes, I'm tweeting right now. Happy Halloween. Don't judge me. But not knowing Deus Ex is okay. I was 7 when Deus Ex came out. Come on, come on. Also, the only reason I know about the X-Files at all is because I knew adults who were into it when I was older. None of the adults I know play video games. At least, like, not from, like, the boomer generation. Not my parents or my husband's parents, at least. They're not really into video. Well, I don't know. My husband's dad plays a little bit, but... I tell people I'm not into video games all the time. No one believes me. For posterity said, I was so scared of X-Files when I was when I was a kid. Me too, yeah. I mean, I'm still scared of the X-Files. I told people earlier, there are some episodes I still have to skip over because I'm like, oh god, that one terrifies me. I'm skipping it over. X-Files came out when you were 7. Gabriel Graham said, hey, just got off work, love the X-Files costume. Thank you so much. Happy Halloween. Vigilante Williamson said, what if the X-Files were based on real cases? Are you implying they're not? I mean, a lot of the X-Files, are, especially the Monster of the Week episodes, are based, and, well, the main plot, too, are based on a lot of real conspiracies or creatures that have a lot of existence in folklore. Gabriel Grum said, cops like myself hate Halloween. Yeah, my parents, the couple that lives next to my parents are a husband and wife, they're both cops, and Halloween's nuts. Lots of shenanigans go on. And Halloween's Friday, it's Friday into Saturday. Or I'm sure a lot of people are going to be partying Friday and Saturday night for Halloween, so it's probably going to be extra crazy. Whew. I have not stayed up this late in a long time. My apologies for the yawning. I'm also really into cryptid stuff. So when somebody earlier was like they didn't really like the Monster of the Week stuff, I really enjoy that kind of stuff. I like spooky, anything spooky. I really like those ghost shows too. I don't really believe in ghosts, but Norseman said, I finally happened to catch a stream. How do I avoid missing streams without constantly refreshing the YouTube subscription page? So usually if I'm going to stream, I didn't do it this time because I wasn't really sure I was going to stream for Halloween or not. But usually if I'm going to stream, you can go to my community tab on my YouTube channel if you're subscribed, and I usually post, hey, I'm going to stream this day, this time, and if I decide not to, I'll post, hey, I'm not streaming tonight, I'm going to stream this night instead. I know, I'm really bad about consistently streaming and getting consistent about it. I'm working on it. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you are, sorry I'm not very consistent. What can I say? I'm a woman, so there are some traits that I unfortunately do have. For Posterity said, do you listen to Coast to Coast? I really like to listen to it on Friday evening/Saturday mornings because it was open lines. I sometimes called it. Yeah, somebody actually suggested for me to listen to Coast, but I never got around to it. But I need to get around to that because it's something I think I would definitely be interested in. So people have told me about it multiple times. Are we talking about, can we not talk about ghosts? It's midnight. That will freak me out. We can talk about aliens and all sorts of stuff. Nope, this is not a ghost stream. It freaks me out because that's like demonic energies to me. Ghost stuff. I'm not down with that. I don't mess with spirits and stuff like that. Nope. For posterity, I'll definitely have to check out Coast to Coast then. Super 100%. Aliens are real and they stole my goat. Yeah, the radio program. Ancient Aliens is so fun. I love Ancient Aliens. My husband gets annoyed with me because we'll just like be on the couch. He'll have his phone, be doing his thing, watching his videos, and he'll have headphones in, and I'll be laying on the couch watching TV. And usually it's either X-Files. I'm just watching the X-Files. Like I'll just scroll through seasons and pick an episode, or I'll watch Ancient Aliens. It's bad. It's an addiction, but I'm not sorry. Someone said, how is it that you use social media and maintain sanity? I left that crap and haven't looked back. Bold of you to assume that I am sane. No, but in all honesty, I took a 5-day break from Twitter for my first wedding anniversary, and it was, I am not exaggerating, absolutely blissful. I have been tweeting a bit less than I usually do, but it's election season, so. But after the election, I'm probably going to be tweeting a lot less. I still plan to continue live streaming and stuff, but I'm going to be on social media probably a lot less. Got some big plans that aren't social media related. Someone said, I like ancient history, so I can't stand Ancient Aliens. See, I like history, And that's why I like Ancient Aliens, because to me, I'm not watching it like, wow, this is so interesting. I'm watching it like, this is hilarious. But also you have to understand that some things we know about ancient history are built upon egos of people who think that things were really one way, but they could be another way, but they won't accept it because they're so ego invested in their archaeological finds. And yeah. So I think Ancient Aliens is great. The host of Ancient Aliens is such a hardcore liberal and insults conservatives or libertarians. Yeah, I mean, Gillian Anderson and David Duchovny are also liberals, and anybody that's a celebrity or stuff like that is going to insult people like that. It honestly, it doesn't even bother me at this point. It's just kind of a given with these kind of people. Just kind of have to ignore it, as much as it sucks. I'm reading Twitter and people are complimenting me and I don't know how to take a compliment, so I'm just like, you know that emoji that's like kind of crying and it's like looks thankful? That's me. Someone said, starting to buy into the politicians are lizard people. Bro, you gotta get into David Icke if you want that kind of stuff. We could go down the rabbit hole. Pelosi literally had a reboot live on air. That was crazy. That was crazy, wasn't it? I saw that video and I was like, what's going on here? Also, heads up for everybody watching. Thank you so much for tuning in to Halloween Comfy stream. Actually, you know what? This cosplay is pretty comfy. I was about to be like, I'm not so comfy, but this cosplay is pretty comfy. Now, getting my hair out of this is not going to be fun, but it's pretty comfy. So, anyway, I'm going to be streaming for about 20 more minutes till 1 a.m. Central Time. So, if you have any questions, any other conspiracies you guys want to talk about, get them in. And the chat's laughing. I always say that I'm going to stream for... I'm always like, oh, I'm going to stream for 10 more minutes. And then I'm like, oh, I'm going to stream for 10 more minutes. But seriously, I'm actually going to carve pumpkins tomorrow morning so that I can have them for Halloween, because tomorrow's going to be really nice. And I'm planning on having trick-or-treaters because last year was the first year at this place and it was nasty and cold and rainy. So we had like 5 trick-or-treaters. And this year I'm going to get up tomorrow and just decorate a little bit so they know that I have candy, and hopefully we get lots of trick-or-treaters. Please, I just want trick-or-treaters. Someone said you should carve them on stream while talking about black helicopters in infrared. No, I mean, I'm carving them with my husband's parents, and while I don't think they would dislike me talking about that stuff, I mean, I guess that could be pretty funny, but I'm not going to do that. It's like a family thing we do every year with his family, so. As funny as that would be. I give full-size candy bars and no one ever comes because my neighbors won't give out candy. Yeah, every time the kids came to the door last year, I was like, take a handful. And they would be so excited because a lot of people were like, here's 2 pieces. And they would like reach into the candy bowl and take all the candy.
their parents are probably hated me. They were probably like, oh God.
But I figured, it was cold and rainy and they're out there, so I'm like, just take a bomb. Take as much as you want. I said to one kid, and one kid was like, took like 3 handfuls of candy and put it in his bag. It was great. They were so excited. All 5 of them. Halloween. Fun fact, Halloween is also my grandma's birthday. My grandma was born on Halloween, and my grandpa, her husband, was born on Friday the 13th. I am not making that up. I love them. Ethan Nobles, what's the best way to socialize with liberty-minded people during this isolating pandemic period? Socialize in person. Honestly, what's personally let me get through this period is hanging out with family. My family isn't super political, they never have been, but they haven't been super insane about this whole thing. So just hanging out with them and just spending time with family, it makes me feel a lot better. Now, I realize not everyone has that or can do that. I don't know if you're in a place that you're able to have meetups and stuff, but I don't know. I've considered doing like a meetup type thing with people. Daniel Allen said, have you seen Dracula Dead and Loving It? No, I haven't. Nightville 07, do you think Ricky Harrington can beat Tom Cotton for Arkansas Senate? I have no idea. I know it sounds insane, but ever since college, I don't really follow politics that much. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I haven't really posted any super focused election content. Like, I'll crack a joke at Biden or Biden or Trump every once in a while, or Joe Jorgensen on Twitter, but I haven't really been like posting, here's the latest poll, blah 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 blah. I have no idea. So honestly, I have no idea. Zinging said, helping take care of my toddler nephew kept me sane because my sis and her husband aren't political at all. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a political person. One of my mottos is I don't really think politics can work. Not that you shouldn't be uninformed, but it's just a mess. It's an absolute mess. Super Trooper said, I mostly read political philosophy books, but I don't keep up with current politics. Current politics is pretty maddening. Ethan Noble said, I'm from the Chicago area. I spent about 2 weeks in Tennessee recently of how much more freer the culture is there and have been melancholy ever since I got back. Yeah, and I hear Illinois is getting ready to go through another shutdown. Illinois is insane, man. I don't know what their problem is. I really don't. My brother went to school outside the Chicago area.
during college, and when he went to, during college for 4 years, in the suburbs, not like downtown Chicago, but in the suburbs, probably like 20 minutes out from downtown Chicago. And I have a friend that lives near Rosemont, so I feel you on that. Stuff's getting crazy in Illinois. I really do think, and my hope is, I hope, please God, not even exaggerating, like, please God, I hope after this election, this is over. Because I'm over it. And I'm a very introverted person, very much so. My husband had to work from home for 5 months, and he's considers himself a pretty introverted person as well, and he was going stir crazy. After a certain point, he's like, we need to go for a drive. We got to go walking in the park. We got to do something. I got to get out of this house. Got to do something. So we would go and just drive around and go walking and stuff like that to try to get out, get some fresh air. But I've been pretty okay. Physically, I'm just like, yeah, I could do this, but it's rough, and I feel for you, man. Just hang in there. I really, really do hopefully think that this is coming to an end, or at least some semblance of normalcy. But yeah, the cities in Illinois are just, it's like the cities anywhere, really. Unfortunately. Gabriel Grum said I live in northern Arkansas, so I go to Illinois often and I hate it. So Yingli said, what is it about cities that tend to go left? I think city life, I call it the big city meme, if you've ever seen me on Twitter. I think the type of people that are drawn to big city life, oh, I want to go to the big city and blah, 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 and all these opportunities and all this, things you can totally get not in the city, but for some reason I want to go to the city. I think it's really it comes down to a time preference issue. There are people who want what they want it now. They are very materialistic, and I'm not saying everyone that lives in a big city is like this, but I think it takes a certain type of person to continue to live in a large city, and I mean like where you're smashed in like sardines. And, I think it takes a certain type of person. We'll just put it that way. And I am not that type of person. I do not understand that at all. And like I said, my brother went to school outside Chicago. I've been to Chicago. I went to Tokyo, Japan. Huge city. Huge. I could never live there. Fernando, what do you think about the Illuminati? I'm not sure if the Illuminati per se are real, as in, well, you know what I mean. I do think it's not really a stretch to say that there are powerful people with more power than any of us could ever imagine, and they run a lot more than we think we do, or they do. I'm getting so tired. I'm going to be on here for 10 more minutes, guys. Living in a concrete ant colony is hell. Yeah, I just never got the appeal of it. If I had a choice to live between very, very rural, like small town and big city, I would choose the rural area every single time. No question. Personally, I like the suburbs, but I understand why people don't. I can only visit cities for short periods of time. Fernando, have you ever watched the Bohemian Grove videos? I just watched that Joe Rogan episode where they were talking about that, and started looking into it. That stuff's crazy. That's it. Like that kind of stuff gives me like I have goosebumps right now. I don't know. Can I show them to you? I have goosebumps. Ooh, get the heebie-jeebies. That stuff is weird. You watch that kind of stuff and you're like, yep, these people are evil. Like there's no question about it. It's creepy, man. Daniel Allen said, you said you like history, have you seen HBO's Rome? No, I don't have HBO. I don't have cable, so. Unless it's free. Then I'll watch it. Maybe I can find it somewhere. Fernando said, that's only tip of the iceberg. I've done research on those topics. It's just like there's so much stuff, man. Once you start getting down this, it's like a rabbit hole. There's so much stuff. Ethan Noble, dating for me has been tough. It's hard to meet a woman who's not status, so usually goes south after hooking up. Yeah, I sympathize with that. I was just talking to my husband about this today. We started dating when we were 18 and senior year of high school, 2 months before the end of senior year of high school. He's my first boyfriend. And I cannot imagine dating now. I just really can't. Especially as a dude. No way. I really can't. I mean, I'm not trying to be more blackpilling, but I just can't imagine it. Super Drip said, just listen to Sam Hyde and don't try to red pill women, dude. It ain't gonna work. I also talked about this with my husband today. I generally think, and this isn't a bad thing, I think most women are pretty moldable, actually. The problem is, a lot of guys aren't really, like, they get women, like, mid-20s, early 30s, and they just expect them to do completely change around and become a different person, and that's not going to happen. You're not going to change somebody that much. Ideally, I always tell people don't take advice from women, but I think for me, I think at this point I'd be attempting to find someone that's apolitical, because I was completely apolitical. That's why I'm not insane. I mean, I'm a little insane, but you get what I'm saying. Like, some people are off the charts crazy, man. Like, you can't even reason with them, like nothing. I don't know. I think if you genuinely respect a man, then I think it is possible to look at issues that you looked at in a different way, in a more reasonable way. Or if you're not going to look at them in a more reasonable way, at least consider the options. There are a lot of things that my husband, when we met when we were 18, I just kind of had normie views on, like centrist to leftist views, because like if you're centrist, you're probably default leftist, even though I wasn't per se a political person. And now we're 26, and I look at my old Facebook posts like, who the hell was that? And now part of that is me growing as a person, obviously, but a large credit to that is him. For posterity, said, I'm honestly scared of not finding someone that I would want to marry about being alone. I'm really scared of it. Don't be scared. Honestly, the best thing you can do is your purpose should never be someone else. Don't do that, guys. Like, I know I just said don't take advice from women. If you guys, I say don't take advice from women. If you guys want some books that you should read as a dude from the perspective of another dude, I have some books that I can recommend to you, but I'm not gonna give life advice coming from a woman. Fernando, have you looked into the Finder story? Yeah, after I watched that Joe Rogan podcast, I looked into that, and that is terrifying. I legitimately had trouble sleeping the other night after I watched that podcast with AJ and Joe Rogan. I was just laying in bed like, what? Ugh. And the fact that it all ended up being, it's another one of those things. Everybody was like, oh, it's a conspiracy theory, blah, 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 blah. It's like, oh, well, it really wasn't. No, was it? Like, I legitimately couldn't sleep. That shit was so creepy. Like, and just the fact that it's called The Finders. Demons. I've been quote tweeting so many things. I've been quote tweeting so many things and just saying demon. Like, I'm not even playing anymore. If I think something is demonic, I'm just gonna tweet it. I'm just gonna say it how it is. This is demonic. I have no problem doing that anymore. Super Dripper said, I wish I was insane. That way I can have all my anarchist friends to talk to in my own head. No, you don't. Also, I will say, like, I think being religious doesn't filter out leftists. I mean, it might do a decent job, but there are plenty of Christian, even those who consider themselves conservative women. I mean, there's libertarian women, obviously, but I feel like when you get to conservative, most guys are like, oh, I won't have to worry about feminism. Wrong. Christianity is so infested with feminism. I could go on an entire rant, but it's 2 minutes till 1 o'clock, and I'm popping off of here at 1 a.m., so... Gabriel, I see you talking about exorcisms in the chat, and that's very interesting. But I'm not about to talk about that before I go to bed, because I will have dreams. Yeah, Tommy Laren's a great example. Just because she's conservative doesn't mean she hasn't bought into feminists. Same with libertarians. yeah, everybody, if you guys are looking for something to watch, it's 1 a.m. So I'm about to pop off of here. If you're bored and you want to watch something to fall asleep, just stay up through the night. Eric July is streaming over on Twitch. I saw about an hour ago. I believe he's still streaming. His Twitch channel is YoungRippa59, YOUNGRIPPA59. I might head over there for a little bit after I pop off my stream and just say hi. So if you guys are interested in watching somebody over on Twitch, go ahead, head over there. I don't have a Twitch. I only have YouTube and Twitter. All my social media links are up here. If you guys enjoyed this stream, thank you so much. I really appreciate everyone coming out tonight. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry the stream was late, but it ended up being pretty cool that we could stream into Halloween as federal agents. So thank you all so much for coming. I know I have some regulars, and that's awesome that I'm like starting to recognize your guys' screen names and actually know who you are. So please stay safe. If you're doing any Halloween festivities tonight or tomorrow night, please make sure you're safe. Don't drink and drive. Use a designated driver. Have some fun. Dress up. Do whatever you're going to do. Maybe just have a comfy night at home. Who knows? It's pandemic season, so who knows? Thank you all so much for the compliments on my cosplay. I really appreciate it. If you're over on Twitter, I did tweet out my cosplay and tag Jillian Anderson and the X-Files. So if you guys want to go share my tweet that I put out, I may or may not have taken a selfie while I was doing this live stream. So when you look at that selfie, you can know that you were probably chatting me while I was taking that, because I wanted to get a picture of it and throw it up on Twitter and say Happy Halloween. So Happy Halloween, and stay comfy, and always remember the truth is out there. I will see you guys next week over on Twitter or on my YouTube at some point. Thanks so much.